Hey, it's Muhammad Abdullah. My student ID is EMV3626. Today I'm here to present a presentation with my 4 other group members. They will introduce themselves. My assignment consists on 2 different questions. A part of my assignment I will explain, and the rest of my assignment my other group member will explain. I'm not going to read the full question, but just I explain what question demand from me. So question asks me, explain what type of company would you apply to register with ASICS, how that company will be categorized at the end of its first financial year, and whether it will remain in that same category in 5-year time, and also could the company name include ANZIC Coffee? So, what is that issue in that question? So the issue is, the first issue is in that question, the creditor of the company help in providing with the different resources for continuing the business operation. The second issue is, the case discuss about how the lost cost method with Brio Espresso Coffee is working without any need of the expensive coffee machine. The third issue is, the event invested is about how to employ 20 people with full-time step and then generate the gross revenue of 10 million. The next issue is in that question, the case highlight about how the group of the people who are the family member are going to register for a company. And the last issue, which question asked me, the issue is also whether they will be able to include their company name as a ANZIC Coffee. These are the issues in first question. So I will invite my other group member Ted. He will grown up this discussion with the laws and application. Thank you.
Thanks, Muhammad, give me the opportunity to talk about this. Hi everyone, my name is Yang, and I'm gonna describe the law and the application part for the question 1. First, let's talk about the law part. The concept is mainly focusing on how the Corporation Act 2001 is able to focus on handling the registration of the company. Section 257A of the Corporation Act helps in enabling the company directors to buy the shares if a buyback does not affect the company positions, to make the repayment to its creditors. As per ASIC, the regulatory body needs to be made mandatory where the director is also required to focus on furnishing the personal information which involved the date of birth as well. This related to the Section 205B of the Corporation Act in 2001. Second, let's talk about the application part. Section 153 of the Corporation Act 2001 states the company need to have the CAN or ABN in Australian with the other related documents, with the negotiable instruments that include the company accounts as well. Common case law of the Hickman with Kent or Rosemary Sheep Bread Association is similar to this. According to Section 117 of the Corporation Act 2001, the registration process is followed where the company registration need to be with focusing on the validity rights of the company. The Section 254A, Part 2 of the Corporation Act 2001 includes the different rights which attached with cumulative and non-cumulative rights. That's all for my part. The FOSO will describe the following for you guys. Thanks.
Thank you. My previous speaker, Mr. Ted. So I like to like to thank my honorable teachers, course teachers, and I would like to thanks to my group's member who were just helped to me just make the whole assignment. Anyway, I'm just doing now conclusion of the first question answer. So according to the case study, the protection for the shareholders company against the calculation, the rights, the act deals with the handling the majority of the shareholders, which is said Part 2 Corporation Act. The focus is the handling the power, which is confirmed that companies order the regulation, which is contained which article, and it's limited only the company memorandum of the association. This is taken by Beck and Perdon 2018. With this section 176 corporation law, the power is like to other powers which is need to be exercised to be subjected to the general principles of a law and equity. However, being the Australian company, there are based of voting on a general meeting where the shareholders hold the right to the vote till they are authorized holding the power scope. Last not the least, there is a restriction when is the imposed on the majority shareholders that tends to relate to the expiration of the shares of the cancellation with the very member of rights. So that was my conclusion. So I would like to my next speaker. So I'm going to handle the next speaker. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Hi, my name is Mariam Salim and my student ID is DY30583. I'm presenting the question number 2 of this assignment. The question number 2 is mainly about the law of contract. The issue in this question is that how Alex is able to identify his rights against the vendor, the CTO Williamsons, and the lawyer. Alex has failed to mention about the commencement of work to his lawyer, and purchase of contract is already settled. A contradictory planning certificate was seen by the lawyer, which was different to the previous certificate, which is shown to the other party, which has brought Alex to some legal obligations. According to common law, the contract law is agreement which is enforceable. The both parties which are entering in this contract have clear intention about the contract. And the other important part of this contract law is valuable consideration. It means the consideration must be sufficient and valuable. According to law, performance of Alex with the new certificate planning is invalid and should be under the statutory obligations for performing legal duties. The next part will be represented by Sujan.
Hello, my name is Sujan Adhikari and I'm going to present the conclusion on the case of Alex and the vendor. And the case gonna be like this, and the conclusions I'll present the conclusion. There is a various views which shows how the individuals are born to different conditions and how business requirement used to be set up. And it also shows how the Alex had worked against the vendor. And it also shows how individuals include themselves in unfair terms. However, in this case, there are certain economical value attached where the party tend to seek for the court in different manner. Moreover, the consideration of this act is through the element of formation with the validation that is legally binding effective. Therefore, the contract is also enforced by law where there is certain norm consideration which include how the recoiling of the sufficiency and the argumentation of adequacy is handled. Thank you very much.